Over the past few months, there has been a disturbance lately in the reaction community on YouTube. Can you feel it? From Cody Co to Critical to the Sidemen, streamers like Hassan and Ludwig, all of them have fallen victim to what can only be described as a small, red, robotic button. One by one, all of these creators have watched and reacted to this web series called The Button, where contestants will go on speed dates until one of them decides, "You're trash, kid," and slams the button, sending the other into the shadow realm.
Oh, thank you.
The whole show is like a car crash that you just can't look away from. Except instead of a burning wreckage, it's a sweet man named Paul getting his heart stepped on.
Because my first time on a date, you know, I don't really have any red flags
It's your first date?
Yes.
Why?
No one ever...
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You're good.
It's honestly great reaction content because it just hurts so much to watch that everybody's gonna have a different reaction to it. So it's no wonder this show has taken over the internet. And so I thought in today's video, why don't we sit down and do the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing? Yeah, that's right. What'd you think I was, another sheep about to follow the herd? I'm a trendsetter, baby. You heard of 1,000 Ways to Die? Nobody heard of that show until I made a video on it. Come on now. Because today, we are not going to be watching The Button. No, sir. You can watch one of those other guys if you want that. We're going to take a look at some of the other series this channel has made. Series that arguably are much worse. Anyway, dramatic intro aside, hey everybody returning, how's it going? I missed ya. And to anybody that's new, hello, my name is Patrick, and I equate my self-worth to the number of subscribers I have. I'm feeling pretty good right now, but I feel like I could do a bit better, you know what I'm saying? So, if you like today's video, subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment, I'm always in the comments, and hope you like it. Let's take a look at some of these series. Now, The Button, as juicy as content as it is only one of many series on the Cut YouTube channel. And fun fact, this isn't even the first time I'm reacting to this channel, because years ago, I made a parody video on their holding babies in slow motion video, where I replaced the baby with a rotisserie chicken. So needless to say, I've always been a comedy genius. But since then, they have made countless other series, some of them interesting.
Somewhere in the couch is a fat nug. You have 60 seconds to find it and smoke it.
Start
Go.
now!
Some of them a bit spicy.
What do you ladies find attractive about men?
Nothing.
All right, so I'm gonna go.
But most of them are pretty boring, not gonna lie. Sorry.
I like to read. I like video games. I like to crochet.
Are you into nerds?
Yeah.
Will you guys hold hands for me?
I did, however, find 3 series worth talking about. So let's take a look at them and maybe we'll find the next big thing that every streamer can milk for all it's worth. I'm a trendsetter, baby. What can I say? Let's go! The first one I wanted to look at is called Keep It 100, and it's basically like Family Feud, where they ask 100 people a specific question and record their answers. The only difference is in Family Feud, the people that answer the survey are anonymous, so they can say whatever they want. Whereas in this show, if they asked you, what's your favorite ride? And you said, Steve Harvey's mustache. You'd have to sit there and defend yourself to your friends, family, and loved ones. And believe me, some of these people really should have stayed anonymous.
Tell me about the worst sex you've ever had.
When we're like just getting through it, she leans into my ear and she asks me to crow.
Did you do it?
Yes, I crowed.
That was the cold open, in a video where the question is, what's the worst sex you've ever had? And we are already spilling secrets that you would never get out of me. If my friends knew that I once crowed during sex, I would never be able to live it down. I feel like they would just send me pictures of birds in lingerie or something, asking me if I have a croner right now. I mean, that's what I would do if I was friends with this guy, not gonna lie. But this is just a drop in the barrel of the insane answers we get in just one episode. As expected, a lot of their answers include their first times.
My first time. Probably the first time, actually.
The first time?
Times where they were super drunk.
I was drunk.
I ended up throwing up in the bed. during. So that kind of sucked.
Times where their partner didn't wash their ass.
Oh, Shorty took off her pants. It didn't smell too nice.
It was a definite hygiene issue.
And then you get answers that are devastating.
After we hooked up, as he was leaving my place, he's like, maybe I'm not gay. I'm like, jeez.
Oh my god damn. How do you recover from that? I imagine having sex so bad it makes them rethink their sexuality. Jesus. I'm trying to imagine what he could have done to make it that bad. Like, I don't know, maybe he FaceTimed his mom during, or covered himself in Vegemite. That would suck. Or maybe he just crowed loudly when he came.
And then I came.
I don't know, just a thought. Another thing I really appreciate about this show is the variety of people, because one second you'll have somebody who's very shy and coy about it, and then
That joint ain't want to come up, man. And every time he came up, I'll get it in for a little second, and he'll fall back down.
see, this is the kind of guy that I respect. He's not embarrassed about it, he's fucking pissed. Listen, sometimes maybe your dick don't work too good. You can either be sad about it, or you can be like this guy who probably started smacking his dick around, interrogating it, trying to make it rise. Probably started fucking waterboarding his dick, like, get up, you son of a bitch, I'm not done with you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way, and buddy, you better choose the hard way.
A man with a very large penis who thought he could just kind of like lay there and just have a large penis.
Alright, I can explain, okay? I was recovering from a torn ACL at the time. I couldn't move around much. Steve, we've been over this.
What's the worst sex you've ever had?
It was the first time I'd ever seen like a, I don't know like the right way to say this. A micro penis?
Alright, I can explain. I had just gotten out of a cold shower at the time, alright? Come on, Cheryl, we've been over this. Anyway, you get the idea. It's a great show to react to, and there are tons of other episodes. Personally, the Are You Racist episode is piquing my interest, because the dude in the thumbnail looks like he's sweating bullets. What? Me? Racist? I don't even know how you came to that assumption. Okay, did Jason say something? Did Jason say I was racist? That's crazy. That's crazy. Of course I'm not. Of course I'm not racist. Of course I'm not racist. So to all you reactors and streamers, there's an option for you. But before we move on to the next series, just one final answer from the worst sex video.
What's the worst sex you've ever had?
I farted in someone's face through order, and she stopped, and I had to finish it myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, he kept it 100. What else can I say? Moving on. The next series we're gonna look at is called In the Dark, and I'm not gonna lie to you folks, this one's kind of fucking boring. See, in my head, I heard this concept and I was like, oh, they're in complete darkness? What kind of shenanigans are they gonna pull? Is he gonna tabletop his ex? Is she gonna lean in for a kiss and his butt cheeks are gonna be hanging out? I mean, the possibilities are endless. And yet, I start the first episode and...
What would it take for us to get back together?
The first step would obviously be sobriety.
No fun allowed. I'm gonna be real with y'all, keep it 100 if you will. The title of this video is a bit misleading because when I said worse than the button, you might think, oh, it must be cringy and as hard to watch as the button. And that may be true for some, but not for this one.
Hi. Hey.
This one's just worse because it sucks. The entire series just feels like I'm a Splinter Cell agent spying on their midnight couples therapy session, except instead of juicy gossip, it's just sad couples about to cry.
I feel like every time you say you're sorry, it just kind of like feels like a slap in the face because I gave you so many chances to fix things and to just turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry.
Stinks! I think my biggest complaint with this show is they don't take advantage of the darkness at all. There's no reason for them to be in the dark. Like, if it were me there with my ex, you'd catch me doing one of these, or doing this, or maybe I would just wear a shirt that says I'm with stupid and stand there all smug like. I'm not saying do that, I'm just saying it's a suggestion and all of those would be more interesting than this.
I think one of the biggest dynamics that we had was that you would have very high expectations for me, so I would try to reach whatever standard you set for me.
But on the other hand, if you look in the comments, it seems like a lot of people like this show. So I don't know, is this the video where I learned that I don't have empathy for people? I don't know. So then obviously, question of the hour, if I find this show so boring, why did I decide to talk about it? Well, obviously, it has potential. And so here's a list of my video ideas that I'd like to pitch to the Cut YouTube channel. Surgeon performs an appendectomy in the dark. Man guesses real or fake smells in the dark, butt edition. And talking with my ex in the dark, only we are deathly afraid of the dark. Ooh ah, please God help us. You can have those ideas for free. But also, if you decide to use them, I expect a check. You're welcome. Let's move on. The last one I wanted to look at is called Trapped, where they put random people, whether they be exes or on a blind date or what have you, and stick them in a box for 12 hours.
My name is Gabilet. Gabilet.
What do you go by? You ever get Gibby?
Whatever. I get that a lot.
For the next 12 hours, I'm gonna call you Gibby.
And before I say anything else, 12 hours? Are you kidding me? I feel like I could report this to YouTube for cruel and unusual punishment. I have the body of an old man, so if you put me in that thing for longer than an hour, my body would fold and crinkle like a bag of Lay's chips. So they stick these strangers in a box, and over the course of 12 hours, they get to know all about each other. You know, their values, what they're passionate about, their hobbies.
It sounds like opera, but the text is taken from the most insane Craigslist post you've ever heard. You looked sexy even though you were having a seizure.
Oh, sorry, I've been working on our wedding playlist, and I think I just found our first dance. And it seems like every episode just does not go well. For example, in this episode, they put 3 singles in the box, and for a while, they're all just vibing, hanging out, until the dude asks the one girl on a date, and the other feels so rejected that she just leaves.
She has left. She felt rejected, and it really got to her emotionally.
Which, by the way, you can just do that? You can just get up and leave the set? I didn't think that was possible. I thought the producer was behind the camera with a knife, forcing everybody to stay inside the box, hence the channel named Cut. But she dips, and just when we think things are going smoothly, this dude drops the equivalent of a slur and says,
Do you listen to podcasts?
Joe Rogan.
Oh no!
Joe Rogan.
What don't women understand about men?
Cheeseburgers.
Listen, telling someone you watch Joe Rogan is the equivalent of telling them you removed your tongue and keep it nice and tucked away by your bedside. Because clearly you have no taste, and I would like to stay far away from you. And so the date ended exactly how you would expect.
How was this experience?
Definitely different.
I got mansplained so much.
But there is one other episode of this show that I wanted to mention. The only episode that I actually did watch another YouTuber react to first because it is just so insane. Nick is Not Green reacted to an episode titled Trapped in a Box for 12 Hours with My Blind Date, and holy shit, it is bad. The dude spends the entire video staying way too close to her, touching her, prodding her to see if she'll answer sexual questions.
I was gonna say favorite position. I feel like I'm interviewing a porn, so like, hey, what's your favorite position? Like, you wanna describe it or like show me or like?
There's a moment in this that literally makes me want to throw up, where they have to stare at each other for 5 minutes, and he just cannot help but touching her and grabbing her and trying to drag her over to him. It baffles me. It blows my mind. You're trapped in a box with somebody for 12 hours, and you can't tell when you're making them uncomfortable? It's insane. Tell you what, Cut, here's another video suggestion for you. Bring this guy back and make a video titled 3 Men with IBS Trapped in a Box for 12 Hours. Then shake the box wildly and watch the magic happen. That's what the people want, Cut. Let's see it happen. Anyway, yeah, those are a few more shows that people can react to, and maybe one day we'll dethrone the red monarch that is the button. Or, you know, a new episode comes out and everybody watches that instead. Who cares? But before we end this video, there's actually one other thing I wanted to try. See, this camera I'm recording with right now actually does have a night vision mode, so I'd like to try to make my own in the dark episode. I'll bring Katya in here, and we'll see if we can make it a bit more interesting, shall we? Let me just turn off all of these. And let's see here. There we go. All right, cool. I'll be right back. All right, honey. Now that we're in the dark, Is there anything you've been too afraid to tell me to my face?
Well, there are a couple things. So, last week I hit a guy with my car, and I was all alone. It was dark, and no one was around. It was really late at night, so I brought him into the car and took him somewhere where I knew no one would look. I had to chop his body up.
Patrick Editing here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a ton. If you like it, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. The next video is going to be the 1,000 Ways to Die finale, so hope to see you there. And yeah, hope you liked it. Have a good one. Bye.